back, everyone, to another episode of PopPop's Horsepower Shop. We've got a nice, fairly cool day here in Florida, so as I promised in the last video, I'm going to install a dash cam in the S10. This is one of these things I recommend anybody who drives a lot. I drive like 60 miles a day, and the way crazy drivers are anymore, you almost have to have everything recorded. So I have an old dash cam I had for several years now. It's a Van True model. It's N2 Pro. It's a 1080p camera that records both inside and outside. It has the optional base, which actually has GPS in it, so it records your coordinates, speed, everything like that. It just, suction cups onto the window. No big deal. It works pretty good. It's got an SD card inside. And all we got to do is install this wiring. It's actually, to give you an idea how old this is, it's actually a USB mini connector on the end, not a micro or anything. So, and it has circuitry built in. You can see a little box here because it's constantly on even when the truck is off. If the battery gets to a certain voltage, it'll disable the camera, and that way it won't drain your battery completely, and you can still be able to start your car. So all we gotta do is get this run up around the headliner, up the A pillar, and I am going to wire it in with a, I call them a fuse tap. We're just gonna find a circuit that's 12 volt powered all the time. Pull the fuse, you add the fuse tap, the fuse goes back in, and it basically just adds another fused circuit. It should be pretty straightforward. It's going to need some fishing wire to get that around through there and try to make it look nice. And we'll see how it goes. Stay tuned. So on the driver's side panel, we got the fuse box. And this third fuse here on mine is a 20 amp fuse. It is powered hot all the time. Now I actually already have aftermarket power door locks installed. So I tapped into this fuse. Here's this the fuse tap. So this runs to my power door locks. It just sits in, like, I guess it's this way. So that adds an extra 20 amp circuit goes to the power locks, which it doesn't pull anywhere near that, but at least it's a fuse circuit. So what I think I'm going to do, being this camera only pulls just a few milliamps, I'm going to solder into the power going to my door locks. That way I just have one extra fuse tap going on, and the other connection is just a ground. I got my dash pulled out here. This just goes to chassis ground up under the dash. Right there. Just a black wire on chassis ground. So we're just going to solder those in. And what we're going to do is run the wire up the A pillar here. So this just clips in tightly, but it clips in. There we go. We're going to go ahead and pull this out. And the wire that's already run up there is for the microphone. And I think what I'm going to try to do is on the sun visor, I'm going to pull the sun visor out and see if we can run the wire, back behind that, keep it tucked in. We're going to come across, and I am going to mount it somewhere in this area. That way it's out of my line of sight, just below the mirror, so it can record inside and outside. And that should be about it. It's just suction cups on. Should be a real simple install. Let me grab some tools, and I believe this is a T10 or a T15 to get the sun visor off. Let me go grab a Torx bit. We'll get this off, and some stiff wire to fish the wires through, and we'll see if we can get this wire run up behind the headliner. Stay tuned. Alright, so gotta kind of go to plan B. Remove the sun visor and the clip, but it is actually, I don't know if the headliner is glued or just old and being stuck up here. This does not give any. I thought I could move it enough just to slide the wires behind. So what we're going to do, we're going to just tuck them up along in. I got a little plastic trim tool, and we're just going to kind of push the wires back through. I have the mount right there, and this is the wire going in, and the camera clip right here. So up around behind my head unit microphone, and we're just going to tuck them in as best I can behind the headliner as far as I can get it, and then we're going to go ahead and run down the A pillar. I will get these run, probably put a couple zip ties, run down that cable there, hold everything tight, and let me see if I can get these in here, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Alright, so I started getting ahead of myself a little bit. I started running the cable from the camera back, and I forgot about the circuitry box. So what I did, I got a piece of wire running through here, coming down underneath, and this is the cable with the USB end on it. I'm going to go ahead and pull it through, and that way I can get it into this channel here, and then we can go ahead and run it up along and get to the camera. I don't think I can do this one-handed, but we're just going to go ahead and pull through. Oh, yeah, there we go. So now I got the cable run down through. Just a piece of wire and some electrical tape. Go ahead and untape this, run it up through, and I'll show you what it looks like when I get it run up along the headliner. Got the mount, and it just runs up. I got it all tucked in behind the headliner. It should stay pretty well. Comes over to the corner, and like I said, it goes with my microphone cable to my radio, so I got a couple zip ties running down through here. We're going to go ahead and this will tuck back behind the trim, and then it actually comes out behind the dash, and here is that box. We're just going to tuck that up under there, zip tie it to something to keep it from rattling, and I just got to feed a power wire into the fuse box, and then we'll go ahead and connect those all together and hook up the ground, and we should be good to go. Let me see if I can get a wire through there. Alright, so what I'm going to use are these little solder seal connectors. It's basically heat shrink, and it's got a little bit of solder right in the center. You can actually use a heat gun or a small torch, or even just that's just a grill lighter. You want to shrink it down, and then the center solder ball will melt. Doesn't take much heat. There we go. Let that cool, and that should give a nice solid connection. I said we're not pulling very many amps, so it's not like not like using this on a powerful headlight or cooling fans or something like that. We're only pulling a few milliamps, so this is going to work just fine and super easy, and didn't have to dig out my soldering iron. Before I put everything back together, so we're going to go ahead and test this out. So I got my fuse tap in there, and the wires are run to the camera. Let's go ahead and clip this camera in. Let's see, it goes in like this, and if everything's right, it should turn on. There we go. And there we have power. And I don't know if you can see or not, but we're looking out the front, and up here in this left corner, it is actually recording inside the cab here. That can be turned off if need to be. Doesn't hurt to leave it on. So I'm going to go ahead and get this buttoned up, and I'll come back when that's all cleaned up and tucked behind everything, and let you know how it works. Alright, it's all buttoned back up. Camera's mounted, wires are all hidden, and all the trim pieces are back on. Dash pad covers on, fuse box is closed up, all buttoned up under here. All in all, pretty simple. The cameras are pretty cheap on Amazon. I don't believe they make this one anymore. Everything else is going to like 4K, but it's that old camera. I had it. Didn't cost me anything to put it in. And well, I'm going to try. We're going to take a little toot around the neighborhood, and I'm going to see if I can pull the video from the camera and add it to this video, and then you can see what it looks like. Hopefully it works if I have the right cable to connect it to my computer. If not, the video will end here. So anyway, thanks for watching. As you can see, beautiful day here in Florida, middle of September. It's like 85 degrees, low humidity. Been a while since it's been like this. Normally been about 95 or 100 degrees with high humidity. So this, I'll take it. This is nice. Nice day for a drive.